Okay. Hi everyone, this is a video containing the solution for question number 3, main question number 3, sub question number 1 of exercise 1.3 from arithmetic progressions. So let us start with the solution. We will not use SN formula here because SN formula contains N and SN, two unknown variables for which we cannot use that formula. But we can use however nth term formula, AN formula, because in this one the only unknown will be n. So AN is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D when we use. In this we know AN is equal to 15, A which is 5 plus n minus 1, where n is unknown, this is only unknown. See, yeah, this is only unknown. D value we know, that is 3. So 5 comes to the other side, becomes 50 minus 5, which is equal to n minus 1 into 3. 50 minus 5 being 45 is equal to n minus 1 into 3. See, some of you can also apply distributive law. Here distributive law can be applied and this can be written as 3n minus 3. Where minus 3 will be brought to the other side and this will become 48. That also can be done. Or there is another method. See, multiplied by 3 comes to the other side, becomes 45 by 3, which is equal to n minus 1. 45 by 3, let us simplify that. It becomes 15. So 15 is equal to n minus 1. Minus 1 comes to the other side, becomes plus 1. So 15 plus 1 is equal to, 15 plus 1 is equal to n. So n value is 16. So first part of the question is over. We have got n value. Now we shall go for the second part. N is got, next thing is Sn. So Sn formula. Sn being n by 2. See, there are two versions of the same formula. One is the shorter formula, which is n by 2 into a plus an. Another one is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Since we already know a and an, we can go for the shorter formula. The shorter formula is a plus an. Now, n value I am substituting with 16. So, S16 is equal to 16 upon 2 into a, which is 5, plus an, which is 50. So, now the answer remains 16 by 2 is 8 into 50 plus 5 is 55. S16 is equal to 8 into 55. So that is equal to 8 5s are 40, carry 4. 5 is a 40 plus 4, 44. 440. Second sub question goes like this. A is 7, A13 is 35. You need to find out D and S13. So what are the things that is not directly given here? See, the n value being 13, that is not directly told. You have to understand it. N is equal to 13. In both the places, same n value is there. It's helpful for us. But the problem can be made little more difficult by giving two different n values also. That is also possible. Anyhow, here we will go with this formula A13, where n is 13. So directly, like the first sub question, we will go with an formula first, nth term formula. So nth term formula, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. What is an? This time an is replaced with a13. So n is replaced with 13. Don't directly put the value. First, always replace n value in the first step. Then we can change. So is equal to a, which is 7 plus n is 13 minus 1 into d. D we need to find out. So d remains d. At first look, it looks like two unknowns are there. No, actually A13's value is given as 35. So we replace it with 35, which is equal to 7 plus 13 minus 1 being 12 d. 7 comes to the other side, becomes minus 7. So 35 minus 7 is equal to 12 d. 35 minus 7, which is 28, which is equal to 12d. Next step, 12 comes to the other side, becomes divided by 28 divided by 12 is equal to d. Simplify with the common factor, that is 4. 3s are 7s are. So the answer is 7 by 3. you got your D value. So one part is over. Let's go for the next part. Find D and S13. Now it's time for the SN formula. So what is S13? Sn is equal to, as you know, the shorter version we can use because first and last terms both are given. N upon 2 into A plus An. So now Sn is S13. N is replaced with 13. So is equal to 13 upon 2 into first term being 7 plus last term being 35. The next step is 13 upon 2 into 35 plus 7 is 42. 42. So now we can simplify with 2 as a common factor. So 2 ones are 2, 21s are. So what is your S13? 13 into 21. Let us multiply and find out the product. 21 product 13. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 1 ones are 1, 1 twos are 2. So the final answer being 273. So you can say answer is 273. Sub-question number 3 goes like this. Given A12 is equal to 37, D is equal to 3 and A is equal to, find A and S12. Now, AN formula, A plus N minus 1 into D. So, AN is replaced with A12. I am replacing N with 12. So, N is a hidden tip given to you. It is not direct. You have to identify from the problem. So, N is equal to 12. So, is equal to A, not given, A plus N, as I told you, N is replaced with 12. 12 minus 1 into D. D is 3. And again, it looks like two unknowns are there. No, not exactly. A12 value is given, 37. So, 37 is equal to A plus 12 minus 1 is 11 into 3. Okay? So, 37 is equal to A plus 33. 33 comes to the other side, becomes minus 33. 37 minus 33 is equal to A. Very simple. A is equal to 4. So, you got the first part of the answer. Now, going for the second part of the answer is Sn value. This is S12 we want. So, now we can, again I am telling you, we can use the shorter version. The reason is, we know the first term now. First term we have already got. Last term also is there. So, since we know both of them, we can use the shorter version of the formula. Sn is equal to N upon 2 into A plus An. Let me remind you once more, this is only possible because both the terms are given. Now, Sn is replaced with S12. So, I am replacing N with 12, which is equal to 12 upon 2 into A. We just got the solution for A, that is 4. Replace the value of A, 4. An is already given to us, that is A12. N is 12, so A12 is 37. 37. See here, because N value is given as 12, I can replace A12. If they are asked S13, then I could not have used this. We cannot use this. If other than 12, any other number they are asked, we could not have directly used this formula. We should have gone for the longer version at that time. Now, S12 is equal to 12 upon 2, which is 6 into 4 plus 37, which is 41. Product S12 is equal to 6 ones are 6, 6 fours are 24, 246. That's the solution. Now we start with sub question number 4. We have two things here, A3 and S10. This is S10. So two things are given. We need to find out D and A10. So what to do? So first, as usual, we will use AN formula to identify what is not known. To use Sn formula, the same issue is there. Now Sn, if we use, what happens? Sn is equal to N upon 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. We know S10 value. N value we know. We don't know A value. We don't know D value. Two unknowns cannot be done. So we go to nth nth term formula, that is an. So an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay. Now an, in this case an is a3. So our n value becomes 3 is equal to a unknown plus n is 3 minus 1 into d. A3 value remaining 15, which is equal to a unknown plus 2d, d also unknown. Again in this case we have two unknowns. Then we store this equation as equation 1. In such situation we store it as equation 1. Let us see from further given data what you can find out. Then S10 is given, so we apply Sn formula. Sn is equal to n upon 2. This time I am not using the shorter version because we don't have a and an both. We have only an, but we don't know. So we go by the longer method, which is 2a plus n minus 1 into d. I apply this time S10 formula. So this time n is not 3, n is 10. See the difference? Sn becomes S10. So n is replaced with 10. So here also n. Remind you once more, n is not 3, n is 10. So 10 by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1. N is 10 this time. 10 minus 1 into d. d we don't know, so we keep it as it is. Simplify this. S10 value is 125. 125 is equal to 10 by 2. Simplify, we get 5. 2 ones are 2 5s are 5. Then 2a plus 10 minus 1 being 9d. Last one more simplification you can do is take 5 to the other side. Becomes 125 by 5. 125 by 5, which is equal to 2a plus 9d. Simplify this. 5 2s are 10. Carry 2. So 25. 5 5s are answer. 25 is equal to 2a plus 9d. One more equation we have got. We'll call this equation 2. Look at equation 1 and 2. There are two linear equations. In both of them, the unknown variables are same, a and d. We can use this as a simultaneous equations and solve them. So using these two equations, now let us try to find out the value of a and d first. So simultaneous equations, I'll write one below the other. The bigger values are in equation 2, so preferably I'll write that first. So equation 2 minus equation 1, if I write, I get 25 is equal to 2a plus 9d. Okay, first equation I am writing below. 15 is equal to a plus 2d. There is no rule that you have to write like this. You may write the first one also above. No difference. It doesn't make any difference. Now, if I add, if I subtract or add, let us see if I add, what happens. If I add, this becomes 3a, this becomes 11d. None of them are disappearing. Both of the unknowns are still existing there. So what about if I subtract? If I subtract, then also 2a minus a remains there. 9d minus 2d, 7d. So in that case, again a and d both exist. So we directly cannot subtract or multiply. Then what to do? First, we will try to first decide which variable needs to go. In this, I say if I want to remove a, what we do is, the coefficient of the a in the first equation, that coefficient will be multiplied to the whole second equation here. And in the second equation, whatever is the coefficient, which is 1 in this case, nothing is there, so 1, this coefficient will be multiplied to the first one. In this case, if nothing is written, you can take it as 1. So 1 gets multiplied. You know that when you multiply by 1, the equation remains as it is. So I repeat once more, 25 as it is, because multiplying 1 is multiplicative identity. So everything remains as it is equal to 2a plus 9b, right? Second equation, when you multiply by 2, 2 into 15 is 30, which is equal to 2 into a plus 2 2s are 4d. Now you can see that Now if you subtract, let me call these equations now as 25 was equation 2, this is equation 2, maybe this is equation 3, new one, so 2 minus 3, you can name it as 2 minus 3. Subtraction, what is subtraction? Always changing the signs of the second equation and then doing addition is called as subtraction. Let me change the signs of the second equation. This is plus, when nothing is there it's plus, change the sum, change the sign as minus, here nothing is there means it's plus again. Change the sign, becomes minus, your plus is there, changes to minus. Neglect the old signs, only concentrate on the new signs. Now, 25 minus 30 is minus 5. Because one is positive, one is negative, you have to subtract. But bigger number sign remaining, minus. Here, plus 2a minus 2a cancels. They are inverses of each other, additive inverses, they cancel each other. Next, 9a minus 4d. We will not concentrate on the old sign. Okay? The new sign which we have used. So plus 9d minus 4d. Subtract, you will get 5d. But bigger number sign is plus. So it remains positive. Now minus 5 is equal to 5d. So what is d? Minus 5 divided by 5 is equal to d. 5 ones are 5 ones are. Answer is minus 1. You got d value. What to do now? This d value we need to put in any one of the equations, either in 1 or 2 or 3, whichever. I chose the simplest as equation 1. We know equation 1. We will replace d in equation 1. So put d is equal to minus 1 in equation 1. I'll use this side for that. So you note down 15 is equal to a plus 2d. I'm going to use that. So 15 is equal to a plus 2d. A plus 2d. But d is replaced with minus 1. 15 is equal to a minus 2. 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Minus 2 comes to the other side, becomes plus 2. So 15 plus 2 is equal to a, which is 17. You got a d value, we have already found out. Now we got a value, using which you can find out a10. Let's go for an formula. The last part of the problem is an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. An is replaced with a10. So this time n value is 10 is equal to a, which is just now we found out as 17, plus n minus 1 is 10 minus 1 into d. D is minus 1. Okay. So let us simplify again. A10 is equal to A10 is equal to 17 plus 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 into minus 1. Okay, we'll write that step better. 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 into minus 1. It increases one step, that's all. A10 is equal to 17 plus into minus. Minus 9 ones are 9. So last answer is A10 is equal to 17 minus 9 is 8. That is your solution, final solution. We'll go for the solution of sub question 5. Sub question 5 goes like this. D is equal to 5, difference is given. S9 is equal to 75. So we have n value also here. N value is 9. That is, then find A and A9. So you have first term and last term to be found out. Okay. So let us start with the S9. If in case we use Sn formula, what happens? Sn formula becomes S9 is equal to if 9 by 2 into 2a. A we don't know, plus n minus 1 remains again 9 minus 1. D is equal to 5. In that case, we see that the only thing that we don't know will be A. So there will be one variable only. We can find out one unknown variable. That's what I told you always. If an equation is there and there is one unknown variable, we can find out. So let us try using Sn formula. This time Sn directly can use. So this is the solution. Okay, Sn is equal to n upon 2. This time I am not using shorter version because both of them are unknown. Now, so 2a plus n minus 1 into d. What is the formula? Sn. N remains 9 here. N is replaced with 9, which is equal to 9 upon 2 into 2a. A unknown plus n. 9 minus 1 into D is given as 5. Okay, can use square brackets. Now, S9 value is 75. So 75 is equal to 9 upon 2. You can simplify it as 4.5, but not a rule. I am just keeping it as a fraction. It's easier that way. 2a plus 9 minus 1 being 8. 8 into 5. Okay. Next step. 2 can be brought to the other side by transposition. 75 into 2, which is 150, is equal to 9 into 2a plus 8 5s are 40. Further simplification, 150 by 9 is equal to 2a plus 40. 2a plus 40. Okay. 150 by 9. We can simplify that. Common factor. Do we have common factor here? Okay. 3 is a common factor. So 5 is a. It's 50 by 3. So I'll continue on this side. It's 50 by 3, which is equal to 2a plus 40. 2a plus 40. So 40 comes to the other side, becomes 50 by 3 minus 40 is equal to 2a. And I have to, when two numbers have to be subtracted, one of them is fraction, the other one is not. By the theory of fractional numbers, we can write the other one also as a fraction divided by 1. Now, by using the trick which I told you for finding out the common denominator, if you not know the finding out the LCM and common denominator, directly you can multiply the left upper corner number with the right lower corner number. 51s are 50 into 1 product is 50. The sign remains whatever is there here. Plus is, if it is plus, replace with plus. If it's minus, replace with minus. Then the opposite, that is the right upper corner will be multiplied with the left lower corner. So 3 into 40 becoming 120 divided by product of the denominators, okay, which is equal to 2a. Now 50 minus 120, difference is 70, which is minus 70 by 3, which is equal to 2a. 2 comes to the other side, becomes divided by 2, minus 70 by 3 into 1 upon 2 is equal to a. 2 1s are 2, 35 are, which is equal to minus 35 by 3. We got a value. We need to find out a9, nth term. So we use an formula now. Okay. So we'll use an formula to find out an. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. An being a9. So n is replaced with 9 in this case. N is replaced with 9, which is equal to a. A is minus 35 by 3 plus n again replaced with 9 minus 1 into d is 5. So replacing a9 we have to find out, which is equal to minus 35 by 3 plus 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 into 5. a9 is equal to minus 35 upon 3 plus 40. And again, when 40 is not a fraction, we can always consider it as 40 by 1. Next, a9 is equal to, this time again the same trick. So minus 35 into 1 minus 35 plus 40 into 3 is 120 divided by 3. The final solution will be 120 minus 35, that is 85. 85 upon 3.